Professional better versus ChatGPT. Let's see who give the correct predictions for the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the final of Euro 2024. The first match in the round of 16 is Spain versus Georgia. Spain are surely one of the best teams in the tournament, and they showed it. They're the only team in the group stage who got 3 out of 3 wins and 9 points. So I have hopes for them. The fast wingers, Yamal and Williams, gave great headaches to the defenders of Italy, Albania and Croatia. Georgia, on the other hand, showed great determination, and they had a little bit of luck because they got to play against Portugal, who already had qualified for the round of 16, and they played against their B team and scratched the win. But I don't think that they're going to go through Spain, and ChatGPT thinks the same, so both of us here have Spain as our winner. The next match is Germany versus Denmark. The hosts didn't have any problems against Scotland and Hungary and showed that they're a really class team. However, against Switzerland, they almost lost. They equalized in the extra time, and I'm not really sure how they're going to perform against the stronger teams, but Denmark weren't really fascinating during the group stage. They got 3 points of 3 draws and only 2 goals scored. I predict Germany to win here unless Denmark does something spectacular, and from what I can see, ChatGPT has the same opinion, so we both have Germany. The third game in the round of 16, Portugal against Slovenia. Portugal undoubtedly here are the favorites, and you know, as I said, they qualified only after playing 2 matches in the group stage. They have their main players rested and are ready for a battle. On the other hand, Slovenia, they were the same as Denmark. They got 3 draws and scored only 2 goals, so I don't see a way that they could win against Portugal. And again, we have the same opinion with ChatGPT. Portugal will go through. The fourth match, France versus Belgium. Interestingly, they were both favorites to win their groups, but somehow came second. Okay, for France, I could understand. They were in a really hard group against Austria and the Netherlands, but Belgium, bro, Ukraine, Romania and Slovakia, and you end up with only 4 points. That's one more than the 3 goals that Lukaku got disallowed by VAR. At the moment, both countries are playing below the expectations that their fans have, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but Belgium are really poor, and I think even though France aren't in the best form, they're gonna win here, and ChatGPT has France as well. Game number 5, Romania versus the Netherlands. The funny thing is that Romania ended up first in their group and the Netherlands ended up third in their group, which is like wow, but the Dutch got luck with this draw in my opinion. Personally, I was fascinated by the Romanians. I didn't expect them to come out first of the group, especially after the shaky performances in the friendlies just before the Euro. They got a draw against Bulgaria, and I think that they got a draw against Liechtenstein. The Tulips, on the other hand, could have picked up a little bit more points, but 4 were enough for them to get in the round of 16. Here, I'm saying a win for them, and ChatGPT again says a win for the Netherlands. Austria versus Turkey. I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about this game. Ralf Rangnick is one of the best managers here in the Euros, and he has made Austria play spectacularly. For me, they're a team who plays one of the most beautiful footballs on the international scene, and Turkey will have a hard time. However, ChatGPT says that Turkey will go through. In my opinion, that is incorrect. Austria will prevail against Turkey. Even though the Austrians lost against France, they showed their class against the Netherlands and against Poland. So I have high hopes for them, and I think that they can go far in the tournament. Game number 7 in the round of 16, England versus Slovakia. Thank God this isn't the late game, because probably I would have fallen asleep while watching it. England were one of the most boring and uninteresting teams on this Euro, despite having probably the best squad in the whole world. Tell me, how can Gareth Southgate make players such as Bellingham, Saka, Harry Kane, Trent, Rice play so shit? I cannot comprehend this, and I think that sooner or later England will exit. However, Slovakia really didn't do something spectacular. They got a lucky win against Belgium. So right now, I'm saying England are going to go through, and ChatGPT says the same thing. Switzerland against Italy, another clash that promises to be really interesting, and the Swiss proved that they shouldn't be underestimated because they almost topped the group. Italy somehow made it to the second place after a late drama against Croatia, but For me, they're really far from the team who won the last Euro. So here I'm saying that Switzerland are going to go through, and ChatGPT thinks the exact opposite. He says Italy are passing by Switzerland. Let's move on to the potential quarterfinals, Spain versus Germany. This will be a spectacular game no matter what. I have really big expectations. And as I already mentioned, Spain topped the group with Italy, Croatia and Albania. But Germany seems to be a class above those teams. And for me, it's interesting how Spain will perform against a team of Germany's caliber. For now, they're probably in better form, but in my opinion, the fact that Germany are playing in front of their own fans will be the turning point, and they'll have this match. ChatGPT says Spain will win. Let's see who is going to be correct. The next quarterfinal is France against Portugal. I think that no matter what, we'll have a great time during the quarterfinals. Super even clash, and this is a replay of the final from 2016 when Portugal beat France. But for me this time, France will get their revenge and will go to the semifinals. And from what I can see, ChatGPT says the same. My third quarterfinal is Netherlands versus Austria, while ChatGPT's third quarterfinal is Turkey against the Netherlands, and the artificial intelligence says that Netherlands will prevail. However, as I said, my quarterfinal is a different one, and it's a replay from the game from the group stage where Austria played extremely efficient. They had 5 shots on target and 3 goals. Wow, just wow. For me at least, the Netherlands has the better team on paper, but if Ronald Koeman doesn't do some changes, I cannot see them win. I think that Austria in a great form, and my prediction is Austria to go to the semis. ChatGPT's last quarterfinal is England against Italy, where he says that England will go through. However, mine is England versus Switzerland. In my opinion, it's completely different, but if somebody asked me 2 weeks ago, who do I think would win in this game, I would confidently say England. Right now, I already told you my arguments. I'm not seeing them go through Switzerland. Switzerland are a much better team right now, and for me, they'll beat England. We got to the semifinals, and ChatGPT's first semifinal is Spain versus France, and he says that France are going to the final. However, my semifinal is Germany versus France, and this will be the final before the final. Another team will have an easy time on the pitch, and I'm not having a really easy time predicting this game either. The French weren't really convincing in attack. However, sometimes teams who have some kind of problems in the group stage manage to overcome them during their path to the final. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but most likely Mbappe will be personally guarded, and sometimes there will even be 2 opposition players with him. Germany, on the other hand, also has really great young players in the likes of Musiala and Florian Wirtz, who have had amazing tournaments so far. Musiala has scored 2 goals, and I think that they'll play a key role in Germany's path to the final. And I have Germany beating France and going to the final of Euro 2024. The last game before the final, the second semi-final, ChatGPT has England versus Netherlands and says that England are going to the final. Mine is completely different. Austria versus Switzerland. For some of you, it may sound funny. However, those 2 teams are on fire. They're extremely likable, and I really hope that they manage to reach the semifinals, and if some of them reaches the final, I'll surely be rooting for them. My prediction here is a win for Austria because they're the more experienced team, they have greater energy, and their manager, Ralf Rangnick, is truly one of a kind. Let's go to the most important game of the tournament, the final. ChatGPT has England versus France and says that France will be lifting the trophy. My final is Germany versus Austria, and if it happens, this will be truly spectacular. This will be madness. The streets of Germany will be pure chaos, and I'm all for it. I know that you cannot compare a match with a match, but let me tell you something. Do you remember what happened last year on the 3rd of November? You probably don't. But then Austria beat Germany 2-0 in Vienna. However, I'm comparing a friendly with the final of the Euro 2024, which is impossible to do. For me, the match will be super even, and I'm hoping that both teams aren't nervous and they play their best game so we can see a lot of goals and beautiful attacking football, which we all know they're capable of doing. I'm of the opinion that Germany's individual class will be crucial, And as well as that, some of their players have really great experience in the international scene and on the club scene as well. But one of the most important factors is that Austria doesn't have great traditions in international tournaments. They have played on only 3 Euros, and their best performance so far has been the round of 16 in 2020. For all of those reasons, Germany is my winner of Euro 2024. Thank you for watching the video. I hope that you liked it, and tell me in the comments who is going to lift the cup in 2 weeks.